Hey, everybody out there in Facebook land and YouTube land. We're here again. It's Madam. I was supposed to have some guests this evening, but I fear they met with foul play. Well, no, they probably just forgot. But it's okay. We're still here. And I will still do readings for people should they so desire. And tonight, I just wanted to show you, introduce you to somebody really special. Big Bob. This is Big Bob. That's Bob the cat over there. Come here, Bob. You want to say hi to everybody? Come here. He says hi. He'll say hi. Come here, Bob. Bob, he's my guy. He's really heavy, though. Say hi, Bob. Say hi to everyone. I love you. So this is Bob. The original Bob. He's the OG Bob. So, well, I don't know. My dad might beg to differ, and my grandfather might beg to differ. So anyway, let's fix my hair a little bit. There we go. Nice. Anyway, it's a pleasure to be here again with you guys. And I remember George Carlin saying how, you don't just go to work and you don't see memos that are, time at 9:01. Nobody goes to work and they start right out at work. They got to kind of look around and see what's up and, maybe say hi to a coworker and, lollygag for a minute and just kind of get used to being there. And that's kind of what I'm doing, and just lollygagging, trying to get used to being here for a sec. So before I go to work. Oh, Bob's going to drink. Oh, Bob, he just thinks he has to be right in the middle of everything that I'm doing. And so he makes it his business to get up in my business. And that's what he's doing right now. He's right here. I love him, but he's a pain in my butt. So, hang on. I know. Here we go. Bob dropped Bob. So anyway, let's talk pendulum for a second. Pendulums are great divination items, and you could use like a crystal, like one of these. Let me show you. I have an example. You could use something like this. This was given to me by a friend. You can put a chain or piece of twine or whatever you got on it, and you could use that. I have another one here. This one's a little bit bigger one. So, but you could use something like that, and you can then ask it to tell you things. I've had people say that it's basically your higher self messaging you. And I don't know about that. I don't know where it comes from. I was doing some research, using the bob, the pendulum. This is actually a plumb bob. They call it a plumb bob. That's why I call it Big Bob, because it's they're used actually in buildings. When you're making a building, you want to make sure that it's level, and that it's not tipping to one side. And so you'll use the bob to make it level. So what I do is I'll hold it lower than this. I'm just holding it up so you guys can see it. But then I'll ask it, Bob, can you show me a yes? And I'm not sure how well it's going to work because I'm holding it up funny. So, but can you show me a yes, Bob? And it's going in a little circle. So there you go. Can you show me a no? Bob, can you show me a no? And it's going back and forth. So that's a no. So thank you, Bob. Is anyone going to come and watch this podcast? And it's answering in an affirmative fashion. So thank you, Bob. Thank you very much. I always thank the Bob. Um, I don't know if it's me or if it's another entity. I have asked that before, and it's said that it was not human and never had been. So that was a little bit unnerving to me. Well, if it's not human and never has been, what the hell is it? So, but let's try and ask it another question. Let's ask it something like, Bob, is it going to rain tomorrow in Corpus Christi, Texas? I'm sure it'll rain somewhere, but is it going to rain in Corpus Christi, Texas tomorrow? I think that's an affirmative. And there is rain in the forecast, so Bob could very well be right on that one. And so, I usually don't ask such esoteric, such superfluous, silly questions. Usually I ask stuff that's a little bit more, you know, uh, meaningful, at least to me. Hey, Melody, how you doing today? So, I usually ask it stuff that's a little bit more meaningful to me, but it's all good. I'm just kind of doing a demonstration for you guys so that you can see that, you could be doing this too. So, you just have to find yourself a Bob or, a crystal or something that's preferably something that you've kind of worked with or held on to or, imparted some of your energy to. I think that helps a little bit. And always yes, no questions. Bob really can't handle anything more than that. So you got to kind of narrow it down to yes or no. And then you can do some divination with that. Now, how accurate is it? I would say it's better than 50-50. At least it has been for me on the things that I have asked it. And so, make a little log of the questions that you ask, the answers that you get, and then later down the road, if you want to, how about now? I have someone coming on, I think, that is going to uh, want to let me get this let me get him on here. His name's Ben. He's a great guy. He was my fraternity brother in college, and he has a great take on things. So let me get him on here. Let's see. Let's go to there and go to Ben. And let's see here. Let me do this. And okay. Okay. I just told him appearance isn't an issue. We will love to see him no matter what. So we'll see if he shows up in the backstage. I'll pull him on in. He may need a minute or two to freshen up, fix his hair and stuff. I don't know. So anyway, but he's got he is a chiropractor as well. He does a lot of Well, I used to think it was kind of esoteric, but I think it's called CBT. Anyway, it is. It's not the CBT that Madam enjoys, but it is. It's like a energy feedback thing. Oh, here's Dr. Ben. Yay. Okay, let's get him in here. All right. And hey, how you doing?
I'm good. I don't have my camera on because I had no idea I was jumping on. So
Say it again.
I had no idea I was jumping on, so I don't have my camera on. My hair looks messy and whatnot. But yeah,
it's okay.
How are you?
I'm just glad you're here. So anyway, I was actually talking about my plumb bob. Bob. Big. I have Big Bob. Do you ever use a plumb bob for divination or anything like that?
No, I used to use a pendulum, and then I switched over to a
yeah, that's what I use as a pendulum, isn't
a plumb bob. I don't know what a plumb bob is then.
A what?
I don't know what that means, a plumb bob.
Oh yeah, that's what. This is what they use these in building.
Okay.
Like to make sure that the building is going to be made level.
Okay.
It's there's a plumb bob on our fraternity crest. Remember down the middle?
Hold on, let me look at my chest. I've got it.
there's a plumb bob down the middle. So
interesting.
It doesn't look quite like this one, but yeah. So and it just makes sure that things are on the level, But you could use, and I said you could use a crystal, or like I could use this one here.
I've used a gigantic binder clip attached to rubber bands when I forgot my pendulum back when I was like dedicated to needing that pendulum before I got further advanced than I was.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you could use pretty much just about anything if the intent is there, and you're asking yes no questions. That's about all you're going to get with the pendulum is answers to yes or no questions. So
you have to remember the pendulum's not what gives you the answer. You're giving yourself the answer. The pendulum is just a muscle test, and the crystal, if it helps at all. The crystal is just there to help your vibration frequency stay clear at best. It's not actually the crystal so much that's doing the work.
That's what I was told by someone else, that it's actually your higher self that's giving you these answers.
Or it's your conscious ego, or it's your emotions, or it's your defended self, or it's your mind. Really, it depends on how absolutely and unequivocally neutral you can be, especially emotionally. If you have any desire whatsoever interfering where you want a certain outcome, or you have an emotional reason why it can't be this or that, you will automatically start interfering with that test.
Okay, good to know. Hey, check it out.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I got it custom made for me.
Cool.
So, yeah. A friend of mine in Birmingham is a sign maker, and he does laser signs, and he made that custom made for me. We'll give him a little plug. He's the sign guy in Pelham, Alabama. Go get your signs done there. So cool. Anyway, you were talking about something the other day that really hit home with me. You were talking about manifesting, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, there's go on.
Well, I was gonna say manifestation is a big deal for people these days because they're trying to figure out how to make their life what they want it to be. And manifestation is one of those things that you can do. And I figured out I've been doing it since I was a kid. I didn't realize I was doing it. I didn't know I was doing it, but I was doing it, and even all through school and everything to get where I am, I pretty much manifested the life that I have been living,
Well, we all do in every single capacity. It's just dependent on where you're putting your focus.
Right.
And also, are you blocking yourself, or are you clean and clear with what you want, what you desire, and you've put all of your energy in that direction versus I've got subconscious reasons why I can't have that, you know?
Right. Talk about blocks for a minute. What's your take on that?
Programming, not authentic self. Like, for
Yeah.
example, when you grow up, let's say your parents when they were growing up, money was really difficult to come by, let's say, for example, and they grew up really poor and broke, and their parents instilled into them that you have to work hard for your money, and money is hard to come by because maybe they grew up in like just a very difficult time period, difficult place, and then that gets passed along
Uh-huh.
to like your parents. Then your parents, the way they behave, the way they act, the way they discuss money, the way they sort of maybe were worrying about money growing up in front of you, and you'd overhear them talking, and you'd feel their emotions around it. And next thing you know,
Mm-hmm.
you're already programming and in training. The term is in training to their physiology, to their
Mm-hmm.
neurology around those things, to their emotions around them, and you're subconsciously being taught, and your subconscious mind is absorbing this belief that money's difficult, money's hard to come by. And that can create a
Mm-hmm.
block because that can go 10, 20 years later, and you maybe don't even realize that any of that stuff's there or that any of that influenced your relationship with money, and it creates a block to manifesting money, for example.
Okay, say that last part again. I think we
It can
missed
create a
some of
block.
it.
It can create a block to manifesting money if you've got like those conditioned, conditioned emotional or neurological relationships
Right.
where to
So we're
you
conditioned. We're conditioned in our.
in your what? I think I'm losing you.
My
Oh, there you
internet
are.
service is sucky.
So I didn't catch much of what you said the last 20, 30 seconds or so.
My internet service sucks.
Oh, and I caught that part.
Yeah, it's going in and out a little bit. Hey, there you are.
I
All
said, who
right.
cares? My hair's messy. It's late at night. And you froze. Yeah, you're frozen.
Lost him. Oh, shit. Well, anyway, I think I'm too far from the router. And that's, oh, he's back. Okay, let's get him in here. Add to stage. I think I'm a little too far from the router, is the problem.
Okay.
Uh,
Plug my phone in. Yep. You're freezing again.
Okay, I'm back. Damn it, I'm back. So I'm not sure that I can support all of that, bandwidth with the little surface that I have. So damn it. Maybe I can take myself out and put Ben back in. So anyway, that or we'll get Ben back on another day when I got better internet service. But yeah, talking about pendulums, and that it's your higher self trying things, and also manifestation blockages, things that you grew up um, it's hard to break through that programming. Yeah, I know. Anyway, I keep freezing up. This is not great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just stick with it as long as I can. Would anyone care for a reading? That'd be great. So if you're out there and you'd like to have a reading, just let me know. So I don't know if Melody's still out there, but anyway, we will do this next Monday. Next Monday, we're going to have Dr. Ben back. I'll get closer to the signal. Closer to signal. If that works. So there you go. Next Monday, we'll have Dr. Ben on, and he was gracious enough to come on at the last minute for me. But it's all good. And I will have better internet then, because I'll go up to closer to the router and do it up there. So I have like a little apartment that's it's not super far from the house, but it's a little far. And the router's up at the house. So I'll just move up there next week, and it'll all be good. And so anyway, I just wanted to talk to you guys about anything really. If anyone has a question, please feel free to ask, or if you'd like a reading, please feel free to ask, and we will keep rolling for a little bit longer. So anyway, I new stuff. Oh, this is fun. I made this guy today just for fun. He's I'm kind of working on some figures, some human figures, because I do enjoy the human form, and that's the truth too. I do enjoy the human form, and the way we're put together is absolutely amazing. It's astounding that these lumps of tissue work together to form this. That we can do all the amazing things that we do. We can sing, we can dance, we can write poetry, we can, recite said poetry from memory. I mean, it's amazing. But you know what? It's not really the body as much as it is the soul that really is an amazing part of who we are. Because that's the thing that goes on and on and on and on and on. And, we just are, we're amazing creatures. And I think being human is only part of the journey. We probably have had many, many lives and many existences. And this is just one of them. And really, the body is just a vessel for the soul, and the nervous system is just an expression of that, and it's just absolutely amazing to me. um, the chakras and how you use them, and the things that we can do. You can use your hands to hurt people, or you can use your hands to heal. It's all about your intent. That's another big thing, intent. If you have good intentions, then you're doing good. Things will go well. It's when you get bad intentions, and I would caution witches not to use that bad intention. When you try to put bad intentions out there for people, when you want to hex somebody or when you want to curse somebody, that bad intention has its own effect on you. And that's why I don't use bad intention. Just good. I put a good spin on everything. For those who would hate me, I would, wish them love in their heart. For those who would, wish me evil, I wish only good for them, and hopefully that's enough to change their intention, their lives, their minds, to do something good. Because evil just begets more evil. Good will bring good, It's not okay. So you want to try it from your phone? Okay, well let me you can use the same link. Oh, her Wi-Fi is down. Okay. Use the same link, Ben, and see if you can, from Messenger, and see if you can get in. So anyway, he's going to try it from his phone. That'd be great if it works. I think it's my weak connection, though, that's causing it to not work, but we'll see. Yet again, technical difficulties. So anyway, it's not a big deal. But back to intentions. Put a positive spin on intent. If somebody's been shitty to you, wish that they would find love in their heart. Wish that they would, find peace in their own lives. Because that's honestly, most of the time when people get hateful, it's because they're not happy with who they are inside. They're not happy with their situation because, they're not putting any positive energy into anything. And so they're getting negative results. And that is upsetting to them. They don't understand why they keep getting negative results. And it's because they're not being positive with themselves. And I really think that, to get positivity, you have to give positivity, And so I really just would urge all of you fellow witches out there to try to put a positive spin on something. Doesn't matter how shitty someone's been, doesn't matter, and love spells, forget about it. If they don't love you, it's because you don't love you enough, If somebody's treating you badly, it's because you feel like you deserve it in some way. And I think when you stop feeling that way, and when you start loving yourself, you won't put up with that stuff, and you just turn away from it. And when you turn away from it, people can't get to you anymore, So I think it's just it's really all about how we view the world. And somebody, you can say to somebody, "Hey, have a nice day," and they can say, "Go fuck yourself," and we can say, "Okay," and walk away. You don't have to let it bother you. the things that you let, hey guys, how you doing? You don't have to let things bother you like that. You choose how you're going to react to things. You can choose to, hey, Joanne, you're beautiful too, sister. You can choose how to react to things. You can choose to get angry. You can choose to blow it off. You can choose to look the other way. You can choose to be kind. It's all about what you want to do with it. I always say I act upon a situation. I don't react to situations. And I know it's easier said than done. Sometimes, you just want to, go off on somebody and say, yeah, stick it in your rear. But, it really is counterproductive. And they're already looking to get some kind of negative energy out of you. And if you don't give it, then they just kind of get deflated and they go away. It's better than, I think, engaging them. Because if you engage them, then they just get more energy off of it and they're just fired up and ready to go. Whereas if you don't engage them, they got nothing, and I think then it just kind of dissipates and goes away. Because, and I know really you can only take so much, and sometimes you do need to stand up for yourself, but there's ways to do that will not escalate a situation. And I honestly think that living in positivity is better than wallowing in negative energy. It really doesn't do you any good. And when you dwell on things, trust me, I'm a dweller. I try so hard, though, now to just let it go. Let it go. They're renting space in your head for free, and you're letting them, So kick them out of your head. Tell them, no, you don't get to live here. This is my space. And you don't get to live here for free. So bye-bye. And just move on with your life. Think of all the great things that you have going on, and if you don't have a lot of great things going on, make some great things happen, and when you're busy doing all your things and all your great things, and you're busy improving yourself, and you're busy being happy with who you are, then good things start coming at you, positive energy starts to fill you, and other people notice, and I would tell you right off the bat, if you're looking for someone to love, look to love yourself first. When you look inside and you see how great you are and you really truly love yourself, then somebody else is going to notice that shit. They're going to say, hey, look at her. She's pretty great. She's doing this. She's doing that. She's enjoying life. She's got friends that really dig her. What the heck? Maybe I would like some of that positive energy around me, And I think that's the quickest way to find someone that really will love you. And throw looks out the window. I learned that a long time ago too. Do not get hung up on the way someone looks. Maybe even at first they might not look great to you, and you go, okay, go on that date if they ask you. Just go, because over dinner you might have a conversation that you find out you guys have a lot in common. Maybe you have this similar moral values, Maybe you like the same things, have the same taste in movies, have, similar, goals in life. And looks really don't matter, because the person that you really love will look beautiful to you in any case. Whether or not they might be hideous to others, what's inside of them. And that might be very beautiful to you. So I would urge everyone not to get hung up on looks, outward appearances, because they are so fleeting, Just ask somebody who's been in a terrible accident. Maybe they thought themselves beautiful at one point and now they don't. Beauty is it's all skin deep, folks. It's skin deep. And so I would urge you to go on that date. If somebody asks you and they're a decent individual that you think, well, maybe I'll get a free dinner and some good conversation. Go with them. You might find the beauty in them at some point. So, as far as love goes, I never do spells. You don't want someone to fall for you because they've been enchanted. You want them to fall for you because of you. And so, love spells out the window. That's just me. So, and then like money spells. Ugh. I have blocks with money and I'm working very hard to get rid of them. And I'm, listening to people who have had similar blocks and who are trying to give him a push, though. Well, you just sometimes maybe you need to ask him out, if it's somebody that you're interested in. Be honest and say, I've noticed you. Would you care to have dinner with me and get to know each other a bit better? And he may say yes. In this day and age, I think it's a bit outdated to think that he always has to ask you. Women are strong individuals who have their own opinions and their own, everything. And a lot of times now women have their own home and they have their own car and their own money and everything else. And we're not dependent upon men to take us anywhere. So, if you think he's someone special enough, ask him. He just might say yes. And so then you get to know him better. And maybe you'll find that he is just the person that you were hoping to meet. And, hopefully he'll feel the same about you. Love is kind of complicated. And it doesn't have to be that complicated. But I think that in our society, we've kind of made it that way, and I don't know about this forever thing, if people are meant to be together forever, that's a really long time. And, I think people put way too much emphasis on the physical part of love when, it really should be something that's more cerebral, you should have lots of things in common. They should be really more like your friend, your best friend, than just a lover. And I think that goes along with that, just all the hype that you see on TV and stuff, and De Beers has done a bad thing for us, that with the whole, your engagement ring should be at least 3 months of your salary. Yeah, that's a fake thing. It's fake. And diamonds are not that expensive. They shouldn't be because they're somewhat plentiful. But since De Beers has cornered the market on them, they now are, they're holding us hostage with that. So, screw that stuff. You like diamonds, go buy your own. So anyway, yes, a lot of that stuff is just silliness. And the whole, spending thousands and thousands of dollars, spending the equivalent of a down payment on your first home on a one-day party is crazy to me. I don't know. It's just something that I think you can forego. If you want to get married to somebody, marry them out in the wilderness, out in the woods with a couple of friends and a minister. Now you can get ordained and you can have your best buddy be your officiator, you know, and just keep it simple and use the money to buy a home or, whatever it is that you need instead of all this excessive party favors and the band and the flowers and just all this stuff is just ridiculous. So, and I never had anything like that. I, you know, I was a girlfriend. Um, Now I'm a baby mama. And I don't care because I got my baby and she's wonderful. And she's up there in the frigid state of Iowa, Burr. I love her, but I'll have to wait to visit her until spring. It's cold enough down here. Down here in on the Gulf Shore of Texas, it is in like the 40s, at night, and sometimes 30s even. It's been that cold. It did freeze down here, and so all the plants are all droopy, which was sucky because it was so nice to have blooming plants and everything going great. Now they're all just, but they'll come back soon. It'll be springtime here by the end of February, beginning of March. It'll be springtime, everything will be good again. And I'll be down on the beach. I went down there one day. It's only a couple blocks away. And so I took a walk down there and have been to America. All right. Was this recent, Kelly, that you were in America? I would love to go to England someday, but I'm not in a big hurry. And if I don't get there, it's okay. But I do so love the English. I'm somewhat of an Anglophile, I'd say. And so, yeah, I do like the English, and I'd like to visit there someday. I'm not sure about, going overseas anymore because of all the turmoil that's been going on in the world in general. And 4 years ago, Austin. Okay, Austin, Texas. Austin is not super far from where I'm at in Corpus Christi. So yeah, Austin's a good town. It's kind of a college town. It is the capital of Texas. I think so. I'm pretty sure. Okay, Texans, don't kill me if it's not. So, but down here in Corpus, it's really great because it's very ethnic. A lot of Hispanics and a lot of American Indian, Native Americans are down here. So it's really cool, and it's just so chill. There's all kinds of brightly colored murals all over the buildings, and just there's a great music scene down here. And so far everyone I've met is super chill. My cousin's an artist, so basically I'm living in an artist colony. There's not too many of us here at the moment, but I'm sure it'll get bigger with time. And it's the art farm. So the art farm, I'm giving it a little airplay there. Didn't like it in Austin because people were rude. Oh no, that's terrible. Well, you should have come here because no one's rude here. I've actually met really decent folks here in Corpus, but like I said, there's a bit of ethnic diversity here, and I dig that. And it's super chill, and it's probably because it's sort of like a resort town almost. It's a vacation destination, and so I think people are really nice here because tourism is a big deal here, and I think at some point I'll probably be operating an art gallery down here, and maybe doing some fundraising for the art farm so that we can continue this into the Wyoming people are nice. That's cool. It's just depends on where you're at in the United States. People in Alabama were pretty nice. They're very polite, but I think they're polite, but then they say stuff like, "Oh, Vegas, yeah, people in Vegas are decent." Because, like I said, it's a vacation destination, so most of them are dependent upon out of towners. So they they're nice to people, in some of those vacation destination places. They want to attract people to come there and spend their money. So yeah, Vegas was cool. I was in Vegas a couple of times, and I enjoyed it every time I went there. We went there for the bull riding finals. And so it was like the championship of bull riding. It was cool. And I watched a lot of cowboys hit the dirt on their butts. So, and but I don't think anybody got seriously hurt when we were there, so that was good. And there was a guy. His name was Tater. They called him Tater, and Tater was expecting a baby. I said, "Oh," and then he's having Tater's tots. Oh, kidding. So anyway, oh Lord, Tater's tots. Um, so yeah, there's a lot of good places in the United States that are friendly and have decent people in them. Iowa, I don't know. I don't know how friendly Iowa is. I think we're generally friendly, but there's a few places that are, I don't know, sketchy at best, like a sewer. I'm just saying. And it's kind of why I didn't want to be there anymore. So now I'm here. I had a couple stops along the way, and it was an interesting journey to get down here to Texas. But I'm glad I made it, and I'm staying indefinitely. Oh, Julie, hey, how you doing? I'm staying here indefinitely. My cousin is he's doing better, but he just had to have brain surgery. So he's improving greatly. As a matter of fact, they're really surprised at how well he's doing now, and we're all just grateful. And prayer does work. Prayer pays off for sure. So never think that your prayers go unanswered, because they are answered. Hey, you turned 40 last month. Oh, you're just a youngster, a young pup. But good for you. Good for you. Oh, thank you. Yeah. He's doing really great, and he's gonna be home soon. Um, uh, I mean, maybe a month. So, and a baby. Are you having a baby, Joanne? Are you having a baby? Um, well, I wouldn't think so, but you never know. That would be a miracle, I think, because I think Joanne is kind of close to my age, so that would be miraculous if I were to have a baby. Miracle conception. There you go. Yeah, I just oh gosh, I couldn't even imagine having a baby at my age. Holy crap. Um, I don't even want a kitten anymore. So, but yes, he's doing very, very well, and probably better than the doctors ever even expected. But he's getting stronger, and he's going to come back and finish his book, which he's amazing. He has talked about like numbers, like sacred numbers and stuff. He does a lot of stuff in his head. Even with a brain tumor, the guy is amazing, and he just did a ton of stuff in his head. And he does divination. He does I Ching, which is an ancient Chinese divination process, and he does it with cards and stuff. So he said he could see positive things for me here in Corpus. So I'm gonna hang out and see what happens. um, like I said, I could see me running an art gallery and doing some art for myself. I have done, a lot of stuff. I did this. I don't know. I think I showed you guys this, but this is my coyote. And because love is at the heart of everything, I put a heart there. So that's my coyote, and which he's for sale too, if anybody's interested. And then I thought it was super cool. I found a piece of coral out in the yard. It was just out in the yard, just in the driveway. Piece of coral. That was pretty cool. Of course, we are just like 2 blocks from the beach, so which I'm going to be getting down there a little bit more as the weather warms up. And I'm taking the metal detector. So I'm going to be one of these people. I'll be on my YouTube channel looking for stuff with my metal detector and posting it on YouTube. So it's all good. I like to treasure hunt. That's why I like doing coin roll hunting and things like that, to try and find that needle in the haystack, because that's fun, and it keeps your mind occupied, looking for things like that. And if you never find it, it's really the hunt that's fun. And so I'm looking forward to doing some more things like that as time goes on. Oh yeah, it's fun to do, but it's almost like well, when you're in Iowa, at least, or places like that, you can't really do it at this time of year because there's just too much snow. And even if you did get past the snow, it's frozen solid. So, which is kind of sucky. And I'm not missing hard winter like it was. Mm-mm-mm. No, I saw the download. Didn't know you take. What's it say that? Didn't know you will take a few years ago, and they found an Iron Age village. Wow, that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, because you're in England, so there's a lot of stuff that's like, there that you can find that's super old. Well, at least is by our standards. Here in America, we think 200 years old is really old. And in England, it's like, 200 years. You want to talk old? Try 700 or 800 years old. So, hey, Jeff Taflin, the goat. Nice to see ya. So, yeah, we're just talking a little bit about everything tonight. So, we're doing great. All of us here are doing super de duper. Well, I think everybody's doing super de duper. I know I am. I am super de duper. Okay, I'm trying to get this other comment on here. I gotta take that one out. Hide. Uh-oh. I think I may have locked up again. Damn it. There we go. Once a groundskeeper at the Bel Air house. Ooh, nice. Did you find anything? Was there anything interesting going on there? And Kelly, still having paranormal activity at your house? Well, I believe that. If you haven't expelled them or somehow, gotten rid of them, then yeah, they're going to hang out there. Why not? It's a great place, I'm sure. Very inviting, and Joanne says hi to Jeff. Hey, Jeff. So anyway, this is great. It's like an old reunion. I'm so glad all you guys are in here too, because I hadn't talked to some of you for a while, and Joanne went on a great vacation, so she was gone for a little bit, but it's nice to see everybody back again and enjoying the fellowship. See, now this is para-unity. I hear a lot of people talk about it and then they don't practice it. And that just kind of frustrates me because really, it's about everyone getting along together. And whether we're talking about ghosts or hauntings or whatever, it shouldn't bother someone who's a cryptozoologist that I'm talking about aliens, or I'm talking about, you know, saging houses, cleansing things. So um, keep doing, and didn't pray a few months, but then it came back. Yeah. Well, in the house, and they've all, okay. Well, I think it's intent too, Kelly, because I think you maybe just didn't really care if they leave. um, and as far as saging goes, it you could salt around your land. Yeah, Joanne recommends salting around your property. But really, my best advice is if they're not malicious, if they're not harmful to you in any way, just let them go. Let them hang out. Because I think maybe they're there to protect or amuse or, just get energy from you. And as long as they're not harming you, I would say just leave them be. Nothing bad, think it's just my family. Well, yeah, then I wouldn't even bother with saging. Just let them in. Let them in. See if you can communicate with them. Get you an EMP, or I think that's what they call it, EMP, electromagnetic. Yeah, an EMP, or a ghost box or something like that, and see if you can communicate with them. Ask them what's going on. How's the afterlife? Is there anything that you could tell me about the afterlife that I need to know? That was my whole thing of why I got into the paranormal in the first place, was because I would like to know what's on the other side. It just would no put my mind at rest. Couples in the house, but they won't. I'll show them how they won't set. Oh, won't set them off. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Maybe they aren't strong enough. I don't know. Waiting for a team, and was cold around my legs, and I was the only one in the house, and one of the candles lit by itself. Whoa, that would be that would be a bit unnerving right there, to say the least. I mean, I would just be like, wow, did anyone else? No. Okay. Just me. Okay. But yeah, that would be really super duper interesting. And I felt that cold wave myself when I went into somewhere, and it was like warm, 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 warm. Oh my God, it's freezing here. It's freezing, 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 And so that was really weird. Coldness went away and the candle went out. Yeah, because they went away. They moved away from you, and or they just went by. And moved on. So, isn't that just so strange and wonderful when you experience something like that? And I know there's a lot of people out there that would say, oh, it's BS, but it's not BS. It's there. They are there. They're, I think the afterlife is not that far away, sometimes. I think it depends on where we want to go. I really believe strongly that we can manifest our own afterlife. So make it good, folks. If we get the chance to manifest our own afterlife, make it good. I said, heaven smells like the best weed you've ever smelled. That really good, dank, earthy smell. I said that's what heaven smells like. So hopefully we'll see. Even though I don't know if it smells like anything, because we don't have a nose to receive it anymore. So I don't know. Footsteps in the house, and it went freezing cold when I was going to Stop itching had my name being called by one of the spirits. Ooh. So yeah, that's they're there then. Might have been Jacob Hetherington who built the Barrel Air House. Oh, yeah, it could have been. His spirit probably is there because he built the place, and he probably did put a lot of himself into it. And so wouldn't surprise me at all if he was the spirit that you encountered. So, well, speaking of encounter, my counter is telling me that we have about 30 seconds left. And I don't know that there's not someone behind me on the Things Network. So I'm going to blast on out of here. But you guys are super. And I thank you so much for being here. And if you're watching this on rerun, thank you for spending your time with me, because time is one resource that we can never renew. And so thanks for spending some of it with me. I love you guys, and hope to see you next week, when I hope that our guest will be Dr. Ben Karras. Then we'll talk more about manifestation and all those good things. So you guys have a great week, and blessed be to everyone.